Welcome to Bob Sullivan Show reincarnated, and this month, I believe this will be released sometime in late July, but I'm joined here at Ray's Wings by none other than Ray himself. Ray, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in today. It's good to be here.
Well, thank you very much for hosting me and Nick Handley. I know it's not easy to just welcome somebody who you have never heard of into your restaurant.
I do it every day.
Yes, okay, there you go. But with a camcorder this time.
Oh, that it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It does not matter.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Skål.
Cheers to many great wings that I've had here. I've been here 3 times for football games.
Football games. We talking
Nebraska.
college? Okay.
Nebraska football games. And I've gone to the Triple X wings, never tried the Challenger. Every time I've had to kind of like waddle to the bathroom crying. It's not a good experience with the Triple X, but the wings themselves are fantastic.
Well, good. The sauces are all the same flavor. That's the one thing that I think we do a little different than a lot of places do. They start doing different peppers and some other stuff.
Right.
So we pride ourselves in the fact that the triple hot that you eat tastes the exact same flavor as the medium wing does. It's just a lot hotter. Yep.
There's just a little bit of
which you can attest to.
I can, yes. It required me having to sit in a bathtub. I'm kidding.
In my business, that's a compliment.
Well, so you guys started Ray's from Buffalo, moved to Omaha, and bring the only real style Buffalo style wings in Omaha.
Well, we were really the first.
The best.
Well, I think we're the best.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our customers think we are.
Mm-hmm.
We've had great success in competitions over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Our history really dates back to the 1990s, out on 96th Street on the Ralston-Omaha border. So that's where we first opened. And at that time, there was no buffalo wing restaurant in town. If you wanted wings, you went to a bar.
Yeah.
They sold wings at bars as appetizers.
Yeah.
We were the first restaurant in the city to specifically designate chicken wings as our main item of sale. And also, we've tried to bring a little bit of buffalo to Omaha, because in Buffalo, chicken wings are not an appetizer. They're a main course.
They're the meal.
That's right. They're the meal. That's right. You order wings, then you get some other stuff with it.
Right.
So, like celery.
Right. Where do you stand on the blue cheese or ranch?
Oh,
Did you fight that battle early on?
I did. I resisted.
Okay.
Back way back when, I talked to a lot of people before we opened, and it became inherently clear to me that we had to offer ranch. Now, in Buffalo, it's not an option.
Yeah,
you can ask for it. You will probably get some along with a really dirty look.
Oh, I thought you were going to say dirty mixture.
No. You'll get your ranch, but you're getting it with a dirty look in Buffalo. So wings are exclusively done with blue cheese in Buffalo.
Now, do you think like if you're just getting regular buffalo wings with buffalo sauce on it, I agree. The blue cheese,
the flavor combination, right?
Yeah, exactly. But once you start venturing off into other stuff, like I don't know, like some type of something that's not buffalo, different sauces.
A perfect
then I'm
example.
fine with the ranch.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue and ranch go great together. So yes, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But people order ranch with their buffalo wings, and that I don't. I'm fine selling it. And hey, whatever makes you happy. I'm a foodie.
Right.
So if you like it, eat it. You know, I don't have to like it.
Right.
But as far as being a traditionalist, and the fact that I am from Buffalo, it's blue cheese all the way. And you dip the chicken wing in the blue cheese.
Oh, I like to get the first couple where it's just kind of the dressing part of the blue cheese, and then you start getting the chunks at the bottom.
Okay, so you don't just go right in and pull a big and expose those chunks right off the bat.
Not off the bat.
Go deep and expose
No,
them.
I like saving those. I like saving those for the end.
And our blue cheese, of course, I'm sure you know this. We make it homemade right in our kitchen.
Fresh every day.
Usually
fresh.
3 times a week they're making blue cheese. Probably 3 times a week, and we start with 5. I'm trying to think. They probably make a double batch, so they probably start with about 10 pounds of blue cheese crumbles, and start the process. And it takes 2 days to complete.
Wow.
So we make it on one day, and it sits, and then we finish it the next day, and then it gets portioned out after we finish it.
I'm not a foodie or knowledgeable in the food industry very much. I like to eat it, but I did not.
That makes you a foodie.
I didn't know that there was a not fermenting, but like a sitting process for blue cheese.
For ours, there is.
Okay.
Yes, for ours there is. We got our blue cheese recipe back in the 90s when we first opened. It's the exact same blue cheese we made back then. The recipe, my sister actually sent it to me in a letter. The 1990s email was really new, and the internet was, just kind of breaking out.
Before snail mail was known as snail mail.
Yeah, you still had dial-up at your house in the 90s.
Yeah.
My sister sent me a U.S. Postal Service letter, and it contained a cutout from the Buffalo paper. And it was a blue cheese recipe that the Buffalo Chamber of Commerce put out. Now, it was a tablespoon of this, a teaspoon of that.
Yeah.
We took it and blew it up and made it institutional size for a restaurant environment.
Right.
But that's where the recipe came from.
Huh.
The original recipe called for just throwing everything together and going. I employed a young man in the 1990s who was a Ralston High School student at the time. He was from Vietnam. He was an immigrant here, and everybody always said his blue cheese tasted better when he made it. Tasted better than everybody else's.
Yeah.
So, and we were open for 9 years roughly in Ralston, and I asked him one day. I said, "Hugh, what are you doing different?" And of course, he's messing with me. So I don't do anything different. I said, no, you're doing something different. What are you doing? And then he told me, he says, well, I start with this, and then I let it sit. And then I finish it the next day when I come in.
So it almost kind of sours a little bit?
Yeah, there's a melding of flavors that has to take place.
Interesting.
And a mellowing of some other flavors that has to take place.
Yeah. Huh.
So it's a process that changes the flavor values a little bit and kind of evens some things out.
Right.
So that you don't have certain things that want to stand out more than others.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, so you guys were open, it was 9 years in Ralston, and then
about 9 years in Ralston.
you took a Bob Seger-esque break, and then now you're back on tour.
Kind of, yeah.
Because
I
what
had,
did Seger, well, it's not important, Seger sat out like 18, or took like an 18-year break.
Yeah,
but,
and a lot lot of us missed his music when he was gone.
Yeah, so. And I didn't have the wings, I was too young when you guys were first open, but I've started eating them now, and love them.
Awesome. So the whole time that we had the restaurant in Ralston, I also had a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
I worked at Sprint Corporation as a technician, working repairing equipment at their central office here in Omaha. So I essentially had 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And a family. My wife and I were starting a family. We had little kids at home. So it was a lot.
Yeah. So you basically had 2 full-time jobs and kids plus another baby as well.
Yes. So I had an opportunity at Sprint to move out of the repair side and the equipment repair and move into a sales role. Mm-hmm. So I took that opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, sales, and I don't care what you're selling, is the highest compensated area of almost every company.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to have a chicken wing stand at that point.
Right.
I liked the idea of a Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Roughly 50-hour work week. It was salaried, so roughly 45 hours, 50-hour work week, with flexibility because it's salaried.
Right.
Didn't need to have a chicken wing restaurant where I was working 6-7 days a week.
Right.
So we went ahead and just closed our doors. We maintained the trademark, we maintained the recipes, and we just went away for 15, 16 years roughly.
So it was, what was it, 90?
It was right around 2000, 2001.
2001, okay.
Yep.
You officially came back, what year was it?
I'm trying to think when it was. Come on. No, that's all right. Come on by. Sorry, we are a working restaurant, everybody out there on the podcast today. So you see my staff running by here in and out of the kitchen. They're heading into the cooler back here. We actually moved here to Midtown 2 years ago. 2 years ago at CWS time. So we're right at that 2-year anniversary here.
Okay.
We did, however, exist for 3 years prior to that in South Omaha inside of a friend's bar at the corner of 36th and T Streets, a little dive bar called the Lemon Drop. A good friend of mine owned the bar.
So you're a little pop-up.
We built a kitchen, but we came out of nowhere down there. Yeah, I got laid off at Sprint after 28 years. So I didn't want to go back into corporate America, and my son, who was a toddler in a playpen in the 90s, he was now 21 years old, 21 years old. And he said he wanted to go into business with me. So we went ahead and built a kitchen at the Lemon Drop, and we actually sold chicken wings there for 3 years before we moved here. And down there, it was just me and Tom. It was the two of us. We were open literally 42 hours a week, and that was it. But it got us going again, and we got the name back out there again, and we reestablished some clientele. We had a lot of people who came back after 15 or 16 years, and the first visit, they always would yell at me for going away.
Right.
But most of those folks have now followed us up here too. So
well, that's good.
Yeah. So that's kind of the history of Ray's Wings right there.
Well, no more 15-year breaks, okay, Ray?
Well, I'd like to say that that's the case. You never say never in this world. So we'll do this as long as we can, and if we can't, then hopefully I'll find someone from Buffalo who wants to buy the business, and they can keep serving great buffalo wings. So,
well, Ray, I truly appreciate you having me out, and Nick Handley. Love the wings, love the atmosphere. This place is great on game days for Nebraska games. I'm not always rooting for Nebraska, but I do like the atmosphere.
Well, we get a little bit of both crowds in usually. We usually have a little, there's whoever they're playing, there's usually one or two tables that have them folks at it.
I go into the game rooting for Nebraska, and then the fans turn me to rooting against.
Are you from here?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not how'd that happen? We're going to run over your time limit here in the interview, but now I'm going to turn around and flip the script. How did you live here all your life and not become a Husker fan?
I was a Husker fan, and then I just got worn down during the Callahan era. I think Twitter kind of wore me out as far as fans just complaining about everything.
Okay.
And then it's just like, man, can you guys not enjoy anything? Like, I mean, I know like they're not on the top of the world right now, but it's like, all the negativity just bothers me at times.
This is awesome. You, my friend, exhibit all the character traits of a Buffalo Bills fan. It's hard to be a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yeah,
really hard.
Yeah.
So you have all the character traits of being a good Bill. You should pick the Bills.
I would
because their fans never piss and moan and whine when they lose because. Well, it just always, we know it's coming eventually.
Right.
So, when it happens, we all go, yay, we made 6 wins. So
you cherish when it's good enough.
That's right. That's why we love the Jim Kelly era. 4 Super Bowls in a row, even though we didn't win a stinking one of them, we still had a great time.
And the Bills Mafia at the games where they're like pile driving the tables and whatnot. And it's like, they could care less what's going on at that game.
To a large degree, yeah. I mean, they want the Bills to win.
Yeah.
They
want to have just a really big party.
It's a great environment to go for the Bills. Mm-hmm. It's tough to go there as an opposing team and play because it can get very loud. It can get a little rowdy at times, right? There's really people on tables. Most people have been there for hours drinking before the game even starts.
Yeah.
So, which is great. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Bills fans. I mean, the team loses and they just go back and shovel snow off their car and go home.
Right.
So, and hope they don't get a DUI on the way. So,
beggars can't be choosers, right?
that's right. Exactly.
Alrighty, well, Ray,
Yeah.
again, truly appreciate it. You're a great man.
It's my pleasure. Then I'm so happy you came here
And
to
I
do
will
it.
guarantee you, I will be here for every Husker game this fall. So
I'm looking forward to seeing you eat them challenge wings.
I will definitely give those a try.